Takes a lot of time. Does that tell that
Yeah,
he does?
well, we talked about this earlier. He splashes it when he has it.
Look at this, a jack. So now open-ended for Aaron and open-ended also, of course, and a flush draw for Tom. What a huge hand he has.
It's time for a giveaway at WPT Global. Free $50 added to your account to the first 100 people who sign up. Simply follow these 3 steps. Go to WPTglobal.com/YT, make a new account with bonus code YT73, and deposit at least $1. That's it. $50 will be added to your account, but act fast. Only to the first 100 people.
But he's a heck of a player. He has proved himself to be one of the very best in the world. But let's get back down to the table as 4 players remain. The antes have gone up to 1,000. Blinds 3 and 6,000. Quick fold by Reynolds.
Erik Seidel looks down at 7-6 offsuit on the button. He just won a good pot a minute ago with a 7-6 offsuit when he bluffed Tom Marchese out of the pot. So here he's going to raise it up.
Yeah, Marchese out. But the local once again, Mike Scarborough, going to make a call with just a 9-8.
Well, Mike wanting to see a flop here. A pretty good flop for him as he catches 2 9s and takes the lead.
And it's on the Cincinnati Kid. He's going to check it.
And Erik with just a gut shot straight draw. Needs an 8 to make a straight. Fires out the continuation bet, 16,000.
Yeah, but the Cincinnati Kid's not going anywhere. He's made this call with the 9s. He's become the thorn in the side of Seidel, but wow.
An 8 comes off, giving Scarborough 2 pair, but it makes a straight for Erik Seidel. Buckle up, folks. We could see fireworks here.
This is why it pays to play some of those junk hands from time to time. Seidel knows it, and he is gonna bet it.
Well, he only bets 25,000. Not a big bet into this size pot. And Scarborough does not raise. He just makes the call here.
Save some money there, apparently, but things could change. A 7 of spades on the river.
Well, this is not a card that Scarborough is going to like. Possible flush out there and opening straight out there. He's going to check his 2 pair. Erik probably not thrilled about that 7 either.
But he's going to bet nevertheless, 40,000.
Scarborough pays him off.
Maybe straight.
Seidel mumbles that he made it straight, to the disappointment of the local.
Scarborough well aware that Erik hit an 8 in the gut to win that pot. But in reality, Vince, a lot of players would have lost more money than Mike Scarborough did there. They would have raised on the turn when they made 2 pairs, and that could have spelled really big trouble for him.
So crafty Erik Seidel closes the gap to the chip leader. She's got some credits.
Well, Davidi's made 3 World Series of Poker final tables, including winning a bracelet at one of them.
Well, this time he's got an 8-7, and he's just going to call it. And Almira not going to raise with a 9-10. Here we go to the flop.
Yeah, flop comes Queen 9-5.
Almira picking up 9s, but going to check. And Davidi with a inside straight draw. That's about it. He's going to bet 100,000.
Yep, he's got the gut shot draw, just trying to pick up the pot right here. But she calls him with the 2 9s. Oh, the 6 comes off the dream card for Davidi. He has made the straight. Right now, it's the best hand possible.
The chess champ checks. And the man from Brussels sticking out a bet with the straight, 240,000. Oh, she's going to call. It looks like, yep.
She's drawing dead here. No card she can catch to win this pot. All she can do is catch one to get herself in more trouble.
He's checking back to say, do I really have this? River card.
When the 9 comes up, a nightmare card for Almira, because to her it looks like probably the best card she can get, and as it is, it may be the worst because she was drawing dead.
Wow, she checks it. And a double-fisted 640,000 going out there.
Okay, flash Davidi. I call. I have a 9.
And she does make the call.
Straight.
And she's going to hate it. Oh, that's like taking the queen out on the chessboard. And right there, we got a new chip leader. Davidi has come back. He has taken the new chip lead.
Some most in here of king, queen offsuit. Harrison's got a pretty playable hand here.
This is going to be a raise and a call.
The way it's been going now, it's been raise and call. Indeed, that's what's going to happen. The queen would make it a little bit dicey. So they both flop straight draws here. They kind of need each other's card at the moment to make this straight. I don't expect them to. I don't expect Harrison to fold Queen 10 here. I expect him to check call.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a call.
Can easily have the best hand. If you don't have the best hand, you've got a lot of outs usually. So you can turn into a bluff later. There's a lot of ways to play this pot. So it looks like he is going to go for the check call. The turn is a 7. They both brick off here. We're going to see a
Probably
check from
check,
Harrison.
Probably
It
check,
probably
check.
is check because you don't expect anyone to fold an ace or a jack right now. So the river is a king, so he makes it
Wow.
straight.
There you go.
But Mosin, he won't lose a lot of chips in this pot because he just has a pair of kings. So that's kind of the good news for Mosin. But let's see, is Harrison going to go for a check raise or a bet himself?
Well, the jack would probably pay off, but probably wouldn't bet. The king might bet.
Yeah, so he's trying to figure out, okay, what am I getting paid off with? Would they bet if I check? And he's decided that they wouldn't bet if he checks, so he's going to bet out himself to get value.
Yeah. Mo's made some hero folds.
I mean, yeah, Mosin's played great poker. No, he's going to make a call. He's not going to make this hero fold this time.
That's 2 hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit too hero.
7-5 of clubs.
Yeah, then he had the
Oh,
7-5,
yeah.
then he
I'm saying-
Lest
jammed,
we
yeah.
forget the trip fives.
But since then, he's really just been. And Dave, to his credit, he's still getting in there.
King deuce and small. Hey guys, if you want to interact with us, tweet us using the Borgata Poker Live hashtag and the WPT Borgata hashtag on Twitter. You can also tweet us direct. I am at @the_Alex_Rocha. We have Katie Stone and Vinny Pahuji here also with Twitter handles.
Yeah,
Questions, thoughts, comments, nonsense, whatever, what have you.
Well, speaking of nonsense, David just raised under the gun 325,000.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So here we go.
Kevin heard you say that he hasn't been doing much, so he
Right.
decided to shoot up the Jack 8 suited. Rightfully so. Dave did have 9 high.
I honestly think Dave did it blind. I'm not joking.
Oh man,
I really,
and he is going to be committed
Yeah.
to Victor's kings, and you know what? Oddly enough, Kevin does have 20% equity here. 2 live cards and a live suit, and
I really think that Dave opened blind under the gun. He was joking with Victor before the hand, said, "I'll do whatever you want me to do." And I think Kevin.
How much more do I owe?
It's about a
not
million.
much more, Kevin. You are going to need to make this call,
Yeah.
and it could be worse. I mean, it could be better. It could be Ace King, and a lot better. But
Great spot for Victor. He's a
amazing spot for Victor.
4-1 favorite here.
Feels like one of those weirdo things where, like, you get it in with the
Well-
kings, and all of a sudden you see Jack 8 of diamonds, and you're like, wait, what?
Well,
And then he flops a pair and a backdoor, and you're like, come on, stop, don't do it, dealer. Don't you dare. Let's see.
Victor tables the king of clubs, king of spades.
so Victor's going to need his kings to hold here. Nice pot, 4 million plus.
They always say it's
Almost
never
5
easy.
million.
Let's see if this run out is an easy one for Victor.
Almost 5 million in this pot.
don't have any diamonds. That's good.
Yeah, there you go, Kevin. Kevin recognizing, you know what? I got some options here. Dave exclaimed, wow, when he saw. And that's pretty good one. We do have some backdoor straight draws with the Jack 8 of diamonds, but Victor really in amazing shape here, only needing to fade 2 runners here to double up nicely.
94%.
Oh my goodness. And there is a double gut shot. Kevin now has 4 6s and 4 10s. It is never easy. Victor's like, stop it, please. Are you kidding me?
Brutal. He went from 6% to
18 with 1 to come. It's really brutal.
He tripled his equity with 1 card. It's very hard to do.
Oh my God. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. I promise that I had no idea. I knew no spoilers. It felt like one of those weird things. I promise you guys watching at home, I had no idea that this happened.
It's time for a giveaway at WPT Global. Free $50 added to your account to the first 100 people who sign up. Simply follow these 3 steps. Go to WPTglobal.com/YT, make a new account with bonus code YT73, and deposit at least $1. That's it. $50 will be added to your account, but act fast. Only to the first 100 people.
Tom Wallet, Tom out of Vine Grove, Kentucky. Gonna quickly fold. Mosin out as well. Now Scotty Wynn with the pair of fours will make it 10,000 to go. Dino out. And Yevgeny with a queen nine. Wow, what is he doing? He's gonna re-raise with his queen nine to 32.
Surprised Yevgeny chose queen nine offsuit as his bluffing hand from the big blind. Typically when you 3-bet bluff out of the big blind, you either want an ace in your hand or suited cards. Queen nine offsuit plays okay as just a call from the big, so Yev elects to 3-bet, Scotty calls and flops a set on Jack 4 deuce.
Yevgeny with nothing, but he's going to make the continuation bet. It appears, yep, 23,000.
Yevgeny really hopes that Scotty is not connected and that 1-bet will win this hand for him. Of course, we know Scotty has hit about as well as possible. He doesn't really love the monotone flop, but besides that, Scotty's sitting very pretty, and now he's got a full house. So put a bow on it. We're sending this one to Scotty Wynn. It's just a matter of how big the package is.
Yevgeny's going to slow down, though. Scotty is going to try to trap here.
Nice check from Scotty there. Gives his opponent a chance to connect or maybe bluff a river, and that ace of spades on the river just might induce Yevgeny into a bluff here. I think with the line he's taking of 3-betting pre-flop, betting once, and then checking the turn, he's represented a lot of big aces with 1 club in their hand, so it's plausible that he would get there, make a pair of aces on the river, and then bet his hand for value, and I think that's what he's considering here.
Well, he's calling for more time. Scotty hoping against hope. His sucker bets. And Yevgeny, are you going to do it? There it is, 40,000.
40? Everybody say winning is not everything. Winning is everything. You know, winning, you have the cash, you have the woman, you have the name, you have the fame. You know? How can you say winning is not everything?
Oh, boy. And now he's going into a little acting stunt here.
100.
There goes the repop.
100,000, baby.
Relax, Scotty, relax.
60 more.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Yevgeny's got nothing to call with, but Scotty, not doing the best job of selling that he's cool, calm, and collected right now.
Yevgeny's got to fold the hand.
You drawing dead on the turn, baby.
Comes before my time, too.
Oh, they were great.
Sam with ace-4. Here comes a raise for sure. Huh? Folded ace-4. What is going on here?
Wow. Marchese with a strong king-queen of hearts will raise it. And Aaron with an attractive 9, 8 of diamonds.
Refund from the last hand?
We'll see. Hopefully.
This could be interesting. Flop is a 10, 6, 4. And 2 hearts, so Tom with the 4 flush.
4 flush and 2 overcards. What a great flop for him. He's betting enough to kind of keep his opponent engaged, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, why go crazy with this? This could be a spot where you bust somebody.
Aaron with an inside straight draw.
Aaron 100% is calling 70,000.
Takes a lot of time. Is that a tell that
Yeah,
he does?
well, we talked about this earlier. He splashes it when he has it.
Look at this, a jack. So now open-ended for Aaron and open-ended also, of course, and a flush draw for Tom. What a huge hand he has.
Oh my gosh, like an amazing draw. And look at Aaron. Basically he's against a hand that doesn't have a pair in it, okay, and he has an open-ended straight draw. He's still 19%. You don't see that very often because cards like the 8 of hearts and 9 of hearts and 7 of hearts don't win for him.
And this bet of 240.
It's one of these spots where, you know, I think calling is okay. It's a little loose.
He's going to call and hope to catch a miracle
This could
card.
be Aaron's last hand.
It could be. Down to the river we go. He catches the 7 of diamonds.
Oh my goodness! And what is Tom Marchese gonna do? He has this propensity for betting it all when he has it. I really like an aggressive bet here for Tom. I like him making a huge bet here. And he's done it. He's moved all in, but he's been snap called. There's a new chip leader. Now, interestingly, I give Marchese a lot of credit because if an 8 or a 9 came, his all-in move is going to work. Aaron is going to fold.
The nuts.
Kaue raises up an ace-9.
Brian going out. And now Miguel Branes goes out as well. And there's Juan. He is our legitimate short stack. He's got queen 5 of diamonds.
Juan knows that if he moves all in pre-flop, he has no fold equity over Kaue if he's got a solid hand.
Bo.
He's got a pretty playable hand, so he's going to make this call, take a flop out of the big blind with his short stack. Let's see if he can connect. Yes, he can.
Yeah, queen, jack, deuce. Juan out in front with the queen. He's going to check. Kaue wisely checking behind him with nothing. And now a king of diamonds. That gives a 4 flush for Juan as well.
Not the card Juan wanted to see, but since he has second pair and a flush draw, it might induce a bluff from Kaue.
Now he's taking more time.
And Juan is thinking about, well, do I just want to like bet all in and deny you your equity going to the river, or do I want to check and give you a chance to bluff?
And now he checks.
And Kaue is going to take this bait. I don't love this bet, since I think most of the hands Juan peels with out of the big blind on such a short stack do have a pair or a straight draw here.
Well, I tell you what's interesting about it. He's betting 200. I think the time chip from Juan actually induced that bet. Because he said, you know, this guy's trying to pretend like he has a pretty good hand.
Yeah, it's not a crazy bet. You have some outs. And again, Juan is thinking about, do I want to just move all in and deny his equity, or do I want to call and give him an opportunity to continue bluffing later on? And he elects to call.
Kaue's probably confused at this point. 6 of diamonds, he gets the flush.
I would like Kaue to bluff on this river. That 9 of diamonds is a really important blocker here, so I didn't love the turn bet, but I'd love a river one, even though we know it would blow up in his face.
Jugado. Bo. Okay, so now Kaue goes all in, insta call, and Juan has just doubled up.
Ouch, yeah. Well, if you're gonna bet the turn, you gotta follow through on that river when you're holding the 9 of diamonds.
It's time for a giveaway at WPT Global. Free $50 added to your account to the first 100 people who sign up. Simply follow these 3 steps. Go to WPTglobal.com/YT, make a new account with bonus code YT73, and deposit at least $1. That's it. $50 will be added to your account, but act fast. Only to the first 100 people.
From Kaue, but unfortunately Juan had played a great hand with his queen 5 of
Well,
diamonds.
I like the fact that he kept saying, I need more time. I mean, that's usually a sign of a weakness or a moderate hand.
Right.
And Kaue picked up on that and said, I'm going to take advantage of this guy. He's not going to be calling me. So he got trapped pretty good there.
Yeah, Juan really projected some uncertainty, and Kaue picked up on it, tried to attack, and ran right into one of the nut hands.
Onto this hand, Brian with an attractive 5-6 of hearts, but just calling it.
I like this play from Brian. I usually am not a big fan of limping, but here, when he has Miguel on the button, who is unlikely to isolate him without a really strong hand, I think Brian can see this flop cheaply, in position, and not have to risk playing a bloated pot against Kaue in the big blind.
Pretty decent queen 9 of spades.
Yeah, if I'm Kaue, I might just go all in. I might raise. Your options are available to you with queen nine of spades. That's a good hand.
It really is. And he's just going to call it. Cat and mouse going on here. Here's the flop. It's a 9-8-3. 2 spades. What a flop for Kaue.
Big flop for Kaue.
Got the 9s and a 4 flush.
He's got it all here. I'd like to see him slow play a little bit. It's really hard for Brian to have connected.
Brian is going to bet it 120.
And I like Brian's bet. He has a gut shot. Kaue can have any 2 cards.
Kaue calmly calls it. And now the 4.
Okay, Kaue, you got it.
Gonna check it again, Trapperoonie.
And though Brian picked up outs here, they're no longer to the nuts, and he checks.
8 pairs the board. So Kaue checking his flush, hoping to get a bet here.
And I think you gotta bet if you're Brian. Your opponent can have 10 high, jack high, queen high, and you would lose if you check back. So you have to bluff with 6 high. And yet again, we are looking at a player who we know is betting into one of the nut hands, and I'm saying I like his bluff.
He's bet 170.
And this has been an extremely well-played hand from Kaue.
Looking to load up here, get his money's worth.
Check raise to $500,000 should end this hand real quick. Brian with 6 high has no place to go.
It's got to be frustrated by all of this. Oh no, he's going to re-raise. Insta-call there by Kaue. Unbelievable. Fancy play syndrome backfires.
Wow, and Kaue gonna take down one of the biggest pots of this final table.
And by the way, I don't agree with Tom's. Tom was just being nice when he said Aaron didn't make any mistakes.
All right.
But Aaron has made the mistakes on the really tight side of the ledger, which is good because it keeps him in there longer. And then, you know, he was very lucky to hit a heart to keep himself alive.
Well, Aaron raised, Tom calls, and Tom getting lucky on the flop, hitting 6s. And he checks it to the man that was aggressive before the flop.
Aaron, you have to bet here. I want to see a bet. See how he kind of throws the chips in there and they fall a little bit? It just seems like whenever he does that, he's bluffing. He throws them in when he has it.
Good tell, perhaps. Good depiction there. 5 on the turn, so 2 pair now for Marchese.
And for Aaron, he picks up a double belly buster straight draw. He needs a 4 or an 8. He did that. I showed you earlier where he puts in the chips like stack and pushes them. He's been bluffing every time he's done that. Now, did Marchese pick up on that? It doesn't matter. Marchese has 2 pair. He's not going anywhere.
Well, after Aaron sees his game, perhaps he will tighten that potential tell up.
So Tom, knowing that he has the best hand here, okay, seeing the weakness, it's interesting. Do you want to go ahead and raise because you don't want the guy, in case he has jack of spades with like 9 of hearts, do you raise to make sure he doesn't hit a spade, or do you just let him bluff off?
Well, he's just called it. We're going to the river. Let's see. No, ace.
Oh, that's a great card for Tom because Aaron is almost certainly now going to make a big bet here and represent the ace.
He's getting a lot of chips out. That's 400,000. Now, Tom's starting to think, wait a second. This guy just get an ace on me here.
Tom has to call here. He's obviously going to call. I mean, he's, you know, Aaron could have had ace queen and hit an ace on the river. That's one hand he can beat. He can beat all bluffs.
You got it.
Yep.
He's going to make the call. It's a solid call. Very good.
And boom, just like that, one hand of heads up, and the tides have turned.